Smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Eagles fight, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning producing today. Good morning, Carlin. You ready, baby?
I am back. I am ready. It is a football weekend.
Woo! I'll tell you what, and I heard Josh last night on his game night saying, this is it. This is the last two big games. Well, yeah, one after today, after tomorrow, one big game left in the NFL season, man.
It seems like it just started yesterday. Remember when we were doing the first show,
right?
September. Now here we are.
We got a big weekend here in the locker room, baby. Today we'll break down and talk all birds. We'll try to squeeze a little 76ers in there.
Just a little
bit.
It's Birds Day.
Tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting live from yesterday's Creekside Tavern at the Yard. Yesterday.
Outside, beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather. They're going to have cornhole. They're going to have the grill going. Chuck
heaters.
We're gonna have a blast down there, and we're gonna get everybody ready tomorrow. You got to come see us at yesterday's because we're going to be giving away an assigned Reddick jersey, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures, my good friend Johnny DiMaria. And on top of that, Carlin, the second prize is going to be an Eagles prize package, and I have them in my house. They came. You should see it. It's a nice Eagles beanie hat for the
Don't
cold
tell them
weather.
everything. Don't tell them everything.
Right?
It's a nice prize package.
It's a great prize package.
Yeah.
But you got to be there to win.
Live.
You got to be there to win. So we got a lot to do, a short time to do it in. Today's a great show. We're going to talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, at the bottom of the hour, get his take and see who he likes in these two games, these two gigantic games, which I think that the four best teams in the league, I think, the cream rise to the top, right, Mike?
This is how it should be. You get your four best teams, and it's going to be a winner take all.
And don't forget, this doesn't happen all the time. It's not every year that you get the four best teams because Billy, you know that styles make fights, right?
Yes.
So sometimes you get the wrong matchup, a team gets knocked out early. But I think most people who are rational individuals will admit that 4 of the 5 best rosters in the NFL are on the Final Four this weekend.
Yeah, I would agree with it. And of course, I wrote my article like I do every Friday, 97.3ESPN.com. And I said in the article that this game's going to be won in the trenches, I believe.
Absolutely.
This game is going to be won in the trenches.
I don't think either game's a runaway, whether it's the Kansas City game in Cincinnati or us San Fran. This is 2 close games. This is going to be just sitting on your couch, watching the game, and I think both games are going to get down to the wire.
And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to be talking with CoCo Vanderslice Lefkowitz.
Yep.
Right?
That's good. You got all 3
got it right? CoCo, she's an assistant coach at the Ocean City girls basketball team. She's going to call in because they got a big tournament going in Ocean City today.
Game's going on all day long. And
boys and girls, right? Everybody.
Yep, and tonight's the big game against Mainland and Ocean City.
Number 3 versus number 4.
Yeah, I mean, they're both ranked in the top 20, South Jersey. And you know what's nice about having the CoCo on, and this is for all the assistant coaches that are out there that are listening.
Sure,
they don't get the love that they should. Yeah, everybody's always talking about the head coach. Head coach is in the paper. The head coach gets in. Guess what? If it wasn't for the assistant coaches, those head coaches wouldn't be anywhere.
It's a little more than that. Also, don't forget, the assistant is the person the head trusts as well.
Absolutely.
You're trusting that person to do the things you need to, while the head coach is sitting there maybe talking to the official, it's the assistant who's taking the player aside saying,
this is what we got to do.
You did this good. You didn't do this good. Here's how you can do it better.
Breaking down film.
They're doing the little things that help the head coach be a better head coach. And how many times have you heard, it doesn't matter what sport it is, no matter if it's men or women, How many times do you hear a head coach say, hey, if it wasn't for this assistant or that assistant,
Exactly.
we wouldn't have this success.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm glad she's on today.
All right, so we'll and while we are on the topic of basketball, we'll try to squeeze a little 76ers in here.
Hot.
Mike.
Hot.
And by the way, I want to give Mike Carlin his just due, because a couple weeks ago, the last time you were in here, you did say when the Sixers go on that West Coast road trip, we'll see what they're all about.
Yeah. Oh.
What are they all about, Mike?
5-0 on the
5-0?
5-0. Then
Who starts a West Coast trip, or who goes to the West Coast trip and starts a winning streak?
Their last 10 games, 8-2, 5-0 on the West, and then they come home after a long trip. After that,
right?
And you play the Nets right away.
And then they win.
That could have been
Despite
a letdown.
the fact that
Boom.
they didn't have KD,
you still got the win.
You still got the win.
Yeah, now they play Denver today.
And you know what? I think the Nets game was an important game for them, because I know people are focused on, there was no Durant, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Watching that game felt like a playoff atmosphere.
Exactly. And now they're 2.5 games behind Boston in the Eastern Conference, because a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, they were 6 games behind. And there was like 7 teams in front of them.
They're climbing.
Right? 6 teams in front of them.
Just remember, this month and going into February are the dog days in the NBA. This is where players just want to get through and get ready.
Josh, that's what Mike Carlin does. He gets me all excited. He goes, now, but this is.
Well, it's because Mike Carlin's a rational individual.
Yeah, he's a rational guy. I'm hype. I get it. And then
Billy's emotional.
I am really upset with the NBA with this. I was all for the guys picking teams for the All-Star. I don't know how Joe cannot be a starter on the Eastern Conference.
Well, it's because the fans vote.
Unbelievable.
Remember, the starters are the fan vote. So,
it's unbelievable.
If I always tell people, whether it's baseball, whether it is the NBA, whether it's the NHL, football's doesn't count. But for those 3 sports, if you don't like how the starters end up, don't let fans vote anymore.
Yeah.
But they'll never do that, because the only way you're going to generate interest in the game is if fans are involved.
And at the bottom of the hour, at the bottom of the 11 o'clock hour, we're going to talk with Gary Cobb.
GCobb.
Yeah, GCobb, the purveyor of GCobb.com. He's got all the inside scoop. We haven't spoken to him in a little while, but I see G out and about. See him over at the games. I went to the game last Saturday night, and I got to tell you, Mike, we talked about this on Sunday morning. I made it in. I don't know how I did that, but I made it in, and what I neglected to say, and looking back in retrospect, and after the dust all settles, it was a great game. Everybody was the great crowd, great atmosphere. But by halftime, it turned into a party. You really weren't even paying it. Yeah. There was
First quarter.
Such a dominant that we were dominating the Giants. Like, it just turned into a big Saturday night party at the lake.
That's not a bad place to be.
No, it was great.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Winning's winning, man.
Winning is great.
And if you can win big, it's even more fun.
Now, let's look at the 49ers and Eagles. The 49ers with the best defense in the league, number 1 defense in the league, total defense. The Eagles are number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
we're right there.
And we have Hassan Reddick, and they have Bosa, 2 of the best pass rushers in the league.
Yep,
in the league. And we're going to be giving away a Hassan Reddick jersey.
That is not hyperbole, folks.
No, that's why
it's perfect time.
When I was thinking about getting a jersey from Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures to give away to the people that are going to show up at yesterday's, who's playing really well? There's two Hurts and Reddick, who have really done well. Now he's going to be going against left tackle Trent Williams, who's an All-Pro.
They'll probably move him around, though.
Yeah,
can we just put this out there really quick? I think one of the misnomers that has been perpetrated, because Billy and I argue a lot about how media portrays things.
That's right.
But one of the things I will admit that is subjectively wrong by the media in recent weeks, it's the national media and the regional media. Hassan Reddick is not versus any particular guy every down.
Right.
The Eagles do an amazing job at rotating. I mean, they're rotating 8 guys in and out of these lineups. So you never know where these guys are lining up. And I think that's one of the benefits of where the Eagles are taking Billy Reddick, who's a phenomenal athlete. You know what kind of athlete he is.
Sure.
He's a local guy. This dude could have played any position in high school or college. And now he's in the NFL as a pass rusher, being maximized to the peak of his ability. You don't line him up on one part of the field. That'd be like telling Lawrence Taylor,
Well, and they do
hey,
this-
Taylor, you're only going to do one thing.
But Josh, they do the same thing with Nick Bosa. He's going to move around as well.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't matter because we on one side we have Lane Johnson, and on the other side we have Jordan Mailata.
And that's the difference.
And that's why I say this game's going to be one of the trenches, Carlin.
There's no doubt. And listen, the Eagles are going to attack the 49ers on the right side. Okay, I can tell you right now. The right side is their weak side. Okay,
Right.
They have one stud that we've already talked about with his, Trent Williams. So you got to watch where he's going to be. But wherever he isn't, we're going to go right after the other side. And mostly it's on the right side if you watch.
This is going to be a great chess match. And there's a lot of, as the show progresses today, there's a lot of side notes, sidebars that we're going to talk about. For instance, Brock Purdy and Hurts, they played against each other in college.
Yes, they did.
Scored a
Iowa
lot of
State,
points,
right?
They both scored a lot of points in that game.
Yes, they did. But
Jesus.
who won?
Well, Jalen Hurts won
Jalen
one
Hurts
point. 1 point though. They
Don't
Oklahoma,
matter if you win by an inch or
I
a
know, but
mile.
Oklahoma
Winning's
got off
winning, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Just win, baby. Oklahoma got off to a big lead, and Purdy brought them back only to lose. Not make. They think he failed on a 2-point conversion, right?
Yes, they did. And,
So-
and the other thing with that game was, and I'm not saying this to be, over the top, but that Oklahoma defense sucked. Okay.
Right.
I mean, there's almost nobody from that Sooner defense that got to play in the NFL. The Eagles defense basically would probably start for every team in college football and more, so Purdy was scoring 5 touchdowns against a defense that basically had the 4 of us in the studio out there.
guys, Dow's defense is pretty good.
Yeah,
Our
absolutely.
defense is better.
Yeah, our defense.
Purdy's going to see something he hasn't seen all season.
And
he's going to
I
be.
was just going to say that.
And the other thing is they're really good when they're playing at home, that he can control the crowd with being quiet. They get like Kittles gets that extra little half a second off the line kind of thing.
Right.
When you're on the road and it's going to be a crowd that he's
Oh,
never heard
it's
before,
be nuts.
you're
It's
going to
gonna
see a
be
lot of false starts. I mean, he's not going to be himself.
Mike, it's funny you said that because I've had 2 different people tell me that it's the Eagles crowd that could make the difference. In
Absolutely.
The 12th
No
man.
doubt. No doubt.
This is not Texas A&M, baby. This is Philadelphia.
Thank
And
goodness
our
it's not
12th
just
and our 12th man is a working 12th man.
I think he's in trouble, actually.
All right, so we got a great show lined up. The sportsbook Consigliere. By the way, Purdy went 10-13 on the road in college, which he has a little problem on the road. But I've got the intern Andrew Leeds in here. He's handing me so much statistics.
He's on
and
the ball.
I got so much. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. But we're going to get to it. I'm in a 3-point stance. I'm ready. I'm psyched. Carlin, Josh Henning, bring it, baby. All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, friends, I want to tell you about Lavari Seafood and Bar and Grill, located at Route 50, Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over the Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. Every Thursday night is wing night. Dollar wings, $2.50 domestic drafts. They have live music every Friday night. You can book a party there. It's a great location. 609-628-2225 and ask for Dave Lavari. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more Eagles talk. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the home for Eagles playoff football. The Eagles host the San Francisco 49ers tomorrow in the NFC Championship game.
The Philadelphia Eagles have reached the NFC Championship game.
Pre-game coverage starts at 2 p.m. with all the play-by-play action starting at 3 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Corvette.
It's back! By popular demand, Bennett Chevrolet has brought back GM supplier employee pricing for everyone. That's right. Get to Bennett now. Pick out your new Chevy, and you'll pay what our supplier employees pay, and not one penny more. This is truly amazing, because other dealers are still charging MSRP or more. But Bennett isn't like most dealers. We've got GM supplier employee pricing for everyone on your new Chevy. Think about how much you'll save with Bennett when you pay GM supplier employee pricing compared to the other dealers charging MSRP and above. Plus, with rates as low as 2.99%, you'll save even more. And we're still paying record prices for trades towards any pre-owned in stock. Right now, get a minimum $7,000, even if your trade is total junk. Yes, at least $7,000. Imagine how much we'll pay for a trade that actually runs. And wait till you deal with our non-commissioned sales team. They're paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Live larger with the New Jersey Lottery. Now with Pick 3, there's more to celebrate because more winning tickets earn even bigger prizes. Did you get that? Any winning $1 straight wager is guaranteed a $500 prize. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Play Pick 3 because anything can happen in Jersey.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. I'm riding around my new Tiguan there, Carlin, and I'm loving it. Go see Huey up there at Toms River Volkswagen up in Northfield, or up in Toms River. And he'll hook you up. I also want to tell you that the Locker Room and Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal during the Eagles season. All season long, we've been doing it. On game day, get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the Locker Room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-9983. If you're heading up to the game, email them, place your order.
Pick it up.
You save a lot of money, and the sandwiches are delish.
Absolutely.
All right, I got something for you, Carlin.
Go.
I have here in my hands.
Oh, boy.
The 49ers schedule this year with their, the wins, losses, the scores and everything. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 common opponents. All right. And the 49ers lost to the Chicago Bears first game of the season, 19-10. And then the Arizona Cardinals They beat the Cardinals. We beat the Cardinals. They shut out the New Orleans Saints 13-0, and we of course lost to the Saints 20-10. I'll be with it.
That was a hiccup for us.
And we had Minshew in, and there weren't a lot of people playing. I get it. Okay, Washington Commanders. They beat the Commanders 37-20
with Carson Wentz.
We were 1-1, of course.
The one we beat them is with Carson Wentz.
But the key is, you know what the key is? And then the last one, of course, is they played Arizona twice. But their division isn't as the NFC East going into the season was kind of like laughed at, maligned, right?
Absolutely.
Like this is like there's nobody. We had three teams in the playoffs. The NFC East is harder than the NFC West. Would you say that? Would you agree to that?
I would agree to that.
All right.
Yep.
The 49ers are 15-0 when tying or winning the turnover battle. They're 0-4 when losing the turnover battle. How key is that? That's the game right there.
And and you're going to see that tomorrow.
Eagles have a similar record though with turnovers.
Yeah, I was going to say everybody's got.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing out.
You turn over the ball, you're going to lose.
Yeah,
that's bottom line. But you know, this game tomorrow is going to come down to turnovers. It's going to come down to coaching. Okay, Shanahan's really big on not really. He doesn't mind kicking field goals.
Right. He likes to keep. He likes to keep.
He wants to survive.
Right.
You know the difference.
He doesn't take chances.
He survives. I think Nick takes chances and wants a win. In his mind, he's always thinking win. You know, 3rd and 2 at the 31. Callahan will kick a field goal. Where Nick will say, let's go for it. Let's go for it. We're going for the win.
This crowd, like we just alluded to a few minutes ago, our crowd, the 12th man, is going to be Brock Purdy hasn't seen a crowd like this. All right,
you're going to see
coming
a lot
east
of
for the
starts.
first time. This is the first time he's played headed to the East Coast. They haven't played the East Coast since Carolina back in Week 5.
Yeah,
really,
I was going to say like the end of September or something.
So then what? I mean, we're talking a lot of different things here. So
we're getting it all out there.
If we can just kind of zero in on this, I want to hear from each of you. I'll start with Mike Carlin first, and so Billy can chew on this for a bit. What is your biggest concern for the Eagles game tomorrow?
Hurts getting hurt.
Yeah,
taking a hit. He gets hurt, we're in trouble. It's that simple to me. I think if he plays the game, he plays the whole game, we're going to win this game. One player for me.
I like that, Carlin. Now, if you're asking me that question, I'm not going to take the same thing I'm going to obviously say turnovers, but I think more importantly is I don't see, like, you know, sometimes teams come out and just don't play well. They lay it done. I don't see that happening. I don't know how that could happen in this type of game, the magnitude of this game. But I think it's the turnovers. I mean, whoever secures the ball, I think, Josh, that's what I'd be worried about the most.
Yeah, I'll just address both of your points. So, you know, for everything we heard, you know, Hurts is getting better each week. You know, the working theory out there is that even though he's not 100%, he's doing the term that I heard from the guys on NFL Network, like the former players, is that Hurts is doing what is necessary to keep himself out of harm's way, which is important because let's not forget, Billy, how many times this year did we praise Hurts for making the smart, safe play?
Right.
And then all of a sudden the Bears king comes along and that's how he got hurt.
Yeah, but there were times too, Carlin, we've said, you remember we were complaining about the design runs?
Yep.
Like we needed to
minimize
minimize
the
those.
design run
we're
if
always
you're not
scared.
running the contact.
Right, but the design runs between the tackles isn't too smart for a quarterback.
No, and realistically, you should never do a design run between the tackles for a quarterback in the NFL because the NFL, these are grown men.
Now, Carlin, last year, the Eagles played the 49ers in Week 5. Or excuse me, was it week 2? I think it was. What week was
week
it?
2.
Week 2.
It's week 2.
They beat us, 17-11. Hurts was 12 of 23 for 190, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That was last year.
Yeah.
Look how we talked about
big jump.
Everybody was worried about, but everybody was worried about what type of quarterback he'd be. He's answered every question.
Remember, we started the year this is his year to prove that he's our starting quarterback going forward. Okay, we're not talking about
7-0.
Now we're talking about we're going to be giving him $50 million a year.
But they haven't seen a team like the Eagles.
They haven't.
They haven't seen a team like the Eagles.
And they saw a team close, but Dallas is a good team. They beat a good team last, but that was at home.
Here's a problem with the teams that you just mentioned, though. Like, they faced a good defense last week.
Correct.
But the problem is that the Cowboys' offense is a mess. Like
I
there's
agree.
still rumors they're going to fire Kellen Moore. Apparently, McCarthy wouldn't give him a seal of approval at all. Neither could Jerry Jones. They played the Dolphins earlier this year. The Dolphins have a good offense, but not a good defense.
Right.
They played that game against the Raiders, which I think is the game tape that if you're Sirianni, it's like you got to watch it 20 million times, because if Jarrett Stidham and the Raiders' inferior offense could pick apart the 49ers, so can you. But you know what happened that game? They did get picked apart. So the 49ers have faced different things, but not all in one package that the Eagles present. Right, Billy?
Yeah. Look, I'm looking at their schedule. And, at the beginning of the season, the Eagles had the second easiest schedule in the league?
Yeah, that changed.
But that changed real quick. Because you look at the schedule, look, they played, the 49ers played Chicago, Seattle twice, Denver, the Rams twice, Carolina, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. While these teams were probably thought to be better as the season went on, they didn't turn out to be as good. So the NFC East was a lot tougher than their schedule.
Sure, but you still have to play who's in front of you. And I hate the schedule comparison personally, because this is the NFL. These are grown men. These are men being paid to do a job. Like the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Colts, the Bengals, the Bills, and they went to overtime with the Texans this year. Nobody's saying that they had a soft schedule. I think we pick and choose who we want to say. Like the people who hate the Eagles had a soft schedule. When no one's saying the Chiefs had a soft schedule, why is it only?
Yeah, but I know, but let's just concentrate solely on the two teams that are playing today. You know what I mean?
Well, the Chiefs are playing this weekend.
Well, I know, but I mean, how about this? So the 49ers went 5-1 against playoff teams. So did the Eagles.
And who was their one loss?
Who was that? That was
You can say it, Mahomes. Yeah, Kansas City.
Right.
So it's not like they had a horrible loss, but it was kind of an ugly game.
Listen, we started today with saying the four best teams are in it.
Right.
Right.
Okay, they're here. Right. They're here because they're good. If God forbid San Francisco wins this game, we're not going to be saying this was an upset. Okay, San Francisco is really good. These last four teams are all good.
Number one defense against the number two defense, and I think our offensive line is better than their offensive line. I think our quarterback's better than their quarterback.
I agree.
I think our wide receivers are slightly better. We got two number ones.
I disagree about that.
So they're even? Would you say they're even?
They're even.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll give you even. How about the tight end?
I think
tight end goes to Kittle, but not by much.
Not by much. Yeah. Right. The thing is that with Debo and AJ Brown are both elite in their offenses, right? And I think, like you said, Kittle is better than Goddard, but not by much. I think Goddard's still a top 5 tight end. We would agree on that, right?
Yeah.
And then I think Brandon Ayuk. I think Ayuk's probably the number one receiver on some other teams.
And that's possible. All right, we're just in the
we're ready to break it down.
How about Josh? He's livened up. He's into it. Everybody's into it. Why not? This is the NFC Championship game at the Link tomorrow at 3:00. We're going to be at yesterday's Creekside Tavern at the Yard for an Eagles pregame show. We're going to be giving away a great Eagles prize package courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. They have the largest selection of Eagles team jerseys, clothing, hats, novelties in this tri-state area. All right. You'll find the latest styles from brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, 47 brand. Log on to fantreasures.com to shop for thousands of styles of team gear and locate any of their 12 Delaware Valley locations for Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the Mainline, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan of the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the Mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the Mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll go to the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball later today on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play
Here's
action.
Jordan for three. Shot near. It's good. Jordan Yang puts in a timely three, and the 76ers go up 4.
It's Sixers Nuggets later today. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan again and again. Call Lenigan again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Start the new year in a new ride from Bridgeton Chevrolet Buick GMC. Lease a new 2022 Buick Encore Sport Utility, $299 a month, or lease a new 2023 GMC Acadia Sport Utility, $339 a month, and make no payments for 90 days. Plus, get the BAM Advantage, 2 years of scheduled no-cost maintenance. Start the new year in a new ride from Bridgeton Chevrolet Buick GMC. Better get to Bridgeton. We are professional grade. 36-month leases with $2,500 down. See dealer for details.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back via store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/25. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
338.
Are you ready for some football? Make sure you reach for easy enjoyment and stock up on Bud Light for this weekend's big games. And visit budlight.com/NFL for a chance to win awesome NFL prizes. Must be 21 or older to enter and can enter multiple times. Football starts with Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here in the Locker Room, broadcasting live from Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. All right, Carlin.
Bring him on.
Bring him on. I think he seems like he's a little feisty today.
Well, like you can't wake up on the wrong side of bed in Vegas. That's what he's going to tell you.
Well, I mean, Bill, you probably are rubbing off at him because you're feisty.
He's going to tell you.
First of all, he complains that I don't text him enough, and now he's starting ripping because I'm texting him too much.
If you wake up, it's a good day.
You guys are like the odd couple. You need to go to like couples counseling or something.
All right, the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan segment is sponsored by Dino Subs and Pizza Margate. They keep you coming back for more since 1964. Located at 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate. Give them a call at 609-822-6602. Let's go to the Maserati of the Mainline Sports Hotline and welcome in the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. Oh!
Is he going to be all eagled out? Oh, he's doing that on purpose, I bet you.
What?
See?
What?
Ooh.
I mean, come on.
Ooh.
First of all, Carlin, great to see you. I miss you. Why you're wearing red when you should be wearing green is completely unacceptable. Josh, as always, keeping the ship together. Thank you, sir. Billy, stop making that noise. Everybody can see your shirt, okay? Everybody
Look at his hat.
understands
Look
you're
at his
wearing
hat.
green.
For the audience or listening on the radio, Billy's wearing
Explain it.
a
I'm
throwback
speechless.
Philadelphia Eagles green and white shirt. Carlin is wearing a red
I don't know why.
quarter
Why
zip
you-
for whatever
that's
reason.
like maroon or
Probably because of
red.
Ocean City High School.
Yeah.
Because we're having a guest on later from Ocean City High School, Dave. And then Dave's wearing a 49ers beanie.
Yeah. Cool, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm flummoxed.
Flummoxed. You're always flummoxed, all right? You text me every Saturday morning like I ain't going to show up. I've been here for 25 weeks in a row. Like, you know I'm coming, and you text me, Book, are you ready? Yes, Billy, I'm
You're
ready.
like, so you're
I've
like
been
you're
up
saying you're like the Tide. You're in and out.
every week. You know I'm coming. If I'm not coming, I'll tell you ahead of time. I'll be here right before he texts me. Like, are you coming? Yes, I'm here.
It's always
I'm
a minute before.
Well, listen, Billy's right. He's a JIT, just in time guy. He's a JIT guy. I know him all my life. It's fine. I know the way Billy runs. But listen to me, all right? I've been coming on every week all season, and I pick against the Eagles and stuff, and you know I'm coming on to start the segment. What do you think? I'm going to come on with the Eagles stuff? Play to the
you don't have
crowd,
to.
wear what you're wearing? No. I'm coming on like this. Wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Billy, you know the story. I had a stroke 2 years ago. I'm happy I wake up every day.
There you go.
There
Yeah.
ain't no wrong side of the bed, brother. We got people listening to the show from all over, watching the show on your YouTube. Now I'm so impressed that you got a YouTube
The
channel.
locker room with Billy Schwein.
It's amazing.
Go to YouTube right now. See the sportsbook
now,
Consigliere.
you can see the whole show.
It
The
is
show's
Niners
enough
garb.
over here. What?
It is 49ers garb.
It's a Niners beanie hat. It's not garb.
All right. I mean, I knew you were going to ask me about that. Save that game for last. Because
I like it.
you're going to hit me with the first game, right? Which is the second game on Sunday,
No,
but it's really it's the in your world, it's the second game. It's the
All right,
big
so let me-
guy.
Wait, hold on. Before I ask,
Yeah.
before we start our football segment,
Oh, jeez.
because you're a baseball guy,
Yeah.
just a short little couple words, maybe even a sentence.
What?
Does Scott Rowland deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
I said, who am I to judge? I don't have a vote. all
Because
right?
you're on MLB
But
Network, you're the
I
man.
am, but I don't know Squadouche either. I mean, nobody does. I say it all the time. My test for being a Hall of Famer is simple. Say his name. Is he a Hall of Famer? Scott Rowland ain't saying nothing. I don't think
Wow.
so. All right. I
Okay.
mean, listen, he had a great
Nice
career.
one.
It
and
doesn't
a
blow
guy
you
who-
away.
And a guy who
right.
lasted long enough and accumulated enough numbers to get in the Hall of Fame. No argument with that. But when I see Scott Rowland in my head and watched him play, do I think Hall of Famer? I don't, but I don't have a vote. And
See,
those
guys, here's the
have voted.
problem. Here's the problem I have.
What?
Jimmy Rollins and Jeff Kemp both won MVPs,
Yes.
but yet Scott Rowland's in the Hall of Fame.
What do you
I
have?
just-
5 gold gloves?
I can't reconcile
280
that.
batting average?
Well,
300
Mike Schmidt won 10 gold gloves. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Scott
what I'm
Rowland's
saying.
halfway there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when you compare everybody to the top, Michael Jack Schmidt was one of the best baseball players of all time. I mean, he
Dave,
was. You
Dave,
can't compare him to that.
you
Josh, I
know
don't
the
even think
people at
that's fair.
MLB Network, they're saying Scott Rowland's got one of the 5 best wars of all
I
third
know,
basemen.
Stop with the wars. I don't know about the wars, the fibbas, the woobas. I don't know. All the nerds, the baseball people, they keep making up different things to measure stuff. Can the guy play? That's all I want to know. And did
Very
he
simple.
play at his best level for a sustained period of time where everyone else in the league thought he was a Hall of Famer? That's my
7-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove winner.
That's
I
good.
don't know.
And,
mean,
and
it's
that's a
close.
lot of guys have done that. A lot of guys have that record. Listen, let's talk football, Dave.
Let's talk football.
Thanks, Carlin. Keep it on the tracks here.
Keep
please.
it going.
Go ahead,
This
Carl.
is
You start us
football
off, Carl.
weekend.
You start us
So
off,
you want to
Carl.
talk about Cincinnati, Kansas City first,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
okay.
All right, we'll do this.
Oh,
all right,
it's gonna
'cause you
show-
guys
Here we
are
go.
bad.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Now,
All right.
I
There we
like
go.
that on you.
Right, the red
So the
looks
people
good.
listening, now
Red
we've
looks good.
changed to Kansas City.
Right?
got the
Kansas
Kansas
City's a 1.5 point favorite. The total's 48. All right. Kansas City's at home. They put out this Zapruder film in the middle of the week. I mean, goodness gracious, it's Mahomes. He's good. His ankle's fine. He's running. He's jumping. He's good. The line moved back. Line opened up. They thought Mahomes has got a high ankle sprain. May play, may not, may be effective. The bad guys had bet the Bengals, and the line moved, and they were favored. How could Cincinnati be favored at Kansas City in January? The AFC doesn't make any sense. So they saw it as a Zapruder film. He's good. They bet it back. Now it's 1.5. Who do I think's going to win? Again, nobody knows squadoosh. It's one of my things. I've taken bets for decades. Listen to people tell me all this stuff. I know one thing, Carver.
Oh, boy.
He's going with the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow.
There he
Burrow.
is. He's looking. You
Are
need
you
the cigar.
kidding me?
You need the
You
cigar,
look good.
Dave.
Now he's got the Bengals. He's
I'm
got a
gonna
Joe
have
Burrow
a
glasses
cigar
on.
On Monday, along with Joe Burrow, because the Bengals are going to win. All right.
Yep.
I'm tired of listening to the sharp guys, the square guys, the rhombuses, the parallelograms. Everybody's got an opinion on these games. Stop listening to the nonsense. Stop worrying about the line movement. It's the AFC Championship. Give me Joe Burrow. That's who I want in that game. And I want the over. I think they're going to score a lot of points. Again, we just try to get more right than we get wrong. Take the picks for what they are. Enjoy the football. I can't wait to watch the game on Sunday night. But
We're
that's
talking
not
with
really
the
main
sports
course.
book consigliere Dave Sharapan live
Tell
from
him,
Las
Billy.
Vegas. You can find him on
Tell him.
Twitter at SportsBK Consig. Now you know
what?
Every time these teams play, there's only 3 points. The game's been decided by 3 points.
Yeah.
Bengals won all 3. Is it Burrow? What do they call it? Burrowhead Stadium now?
Yeah.
Is that what they call that? out there?
That's what they're
Burrowhead
calling it.
Stadium.
Yeah, I could see that. They should
Three straight games he's won
Right?
there. So
listen. The guy
You-
wins
you-
football games. That's fine. Let's go.
This is what I want to know.
What?
I got the more important question here.
Please,
Dave, what is the bigger jinx? Is it the Cincinnati mayor with the declaration that he gave that was like cringeworthy, or is it the 49er fans who put the 49er jersey on the Rocky statue last night?
Oh, I can't believe that.
Let's go back to that. I just heard about that. All right. I saw the
problem.
Rocky statue. That's you don't do that. I don't know who you think you are, San Francisco. Okay. You can't come into the belly of the bear and put, what are you doing? Look at
They
this.
probably had to
number.
do that in small to eat, like 2:00 in the morning when nobody is around. They probably did that.
There's probably somebody still around down there. I've been in that part. I've been down there. There's probably somebody around, but he just didn't say anything. He probably didn't have a cell phone. But look at this line. I've been hearing about this respect thing. I tweeted at Sports BK Consig. It just pops. Amazing how these things pop up in your feed. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Aretha Franklin, the original performance in 1967. I tweeted it because all I'm hearing about is anybody get no respect. All right. Reminded me even Rodney Dangerfield. He didn't get any respect. The Niners fans. Oh, they've won 12 in a row. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, is leading the way. Do they know where they're going? Do they know what they're walking into? You can go to Seattle and win in the division. You can go to the Rams and win in the division. You can play a home game against Dallas and win. But please, they're going to Philadelphia. Okay? They're going to play the Eagles.
Yeah, there he goes. He
Are
just
you
put on the
kidding
bird
me?
hat.
The line is only 2.5. They thought they had value last week on the Giants. They took the points with the Giants. That game was over in the first quarter. They didn't have a shot. Are you kidding me? If the Eagles get a lead on Sunday, it's a wrap. I like the Eagles, and I'm not just pandering to the crowd and all the people listening and Dino's subs. I'm coming and having lunch, and I ain't paying for it. I'm telling you right now. I don't care who I'm coming with.
Go see Timmy Wainwright. I'll bring it down there.
That's fine. We'll go. And I'll wear the Eagles stuff, win or lose. But they're winning the football game because they're going to be able to run the ball, and the Niners aren't. The Eagles' defense is going to be the story on Sunday. Forget about the offense. A.J. Brown's going to score a touchdown. You can bet that prop. He's getting in the end zone one way or the other. But the Eagles are winning the football game because of the defense. The game's staying under. We're going to have to talk, Billy, about coming to the desert because I'm going. I'm going to be there.
I got a place to stay too.
Billy, you get a day pass. You're on the Bostonian versus the Book
Oh,
live from
yeah, because I
Radio
haven't been
Row.
invited. Yeah, Josh has been on 10 times. I haven't been on once.
Josh came and brought it, Billy. All right.
I was on cash considerations once.
He was on cash considerations. I'm
I
trying.
haven't been invited back, but I've been on once.
We had a little curveball come up with Bostonian versus the Book. We're on our own now, so we don't have anyone to answer to. I can have on whoever I want, whenever I want. You're all three on the list. I'm going to have Billy on to talk about hockey, Josh on to talk about the Sixers and the basketball when the time comes, and Carlin's going to come on to ask me about some mid-major basketball game that no one else is looking at. But you're all coming on. Let me figure it out.
Colgate. Go with Colgate.
In the meantime, let's go Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles fly. All of it.
I love it.
Let's go.
See, looks can be deceiving. When he first showed up here, I was all worried. Now I am so happy, and I'm like pumped. You got me pumped up. And these 49er fans that think they're going to call Brock Purdy Brocky, they can go scratch. It's Rocky, not Brocky. It's Rocky.
Tell them, Billy.
Who these people think they are? They're not coming in here. They're coming up in here and beating us. No way. By the way, I went to that game last Saturday night.
Yeah,
it was a party by halftime, Dave. It was like it was a Saturday night in Philadelphia after everybody tailgated all day long. It was nuts in his fans.
Are you getting tickets again, Billy? I mean, I'm not superstitious, but I'm just saying you were there and they won big, and now you're not going to go. Billy, I'm blaming you if they don't win. I'm just telling you. Billy, it's on you, Billy.
No, we're going to
a lot of pressure.
We're going to be broadcasting live from yesterday's Creekside Tavern at the Yard in Marmora. We're going to bring it, and I got a good record there too.
Billy, are you going to be at the link or not?
No, I will not.
Have we lost yet being at yesterday's? I'm thinking about it.
No, I don't think we have.
Yeah,
we're undefeated.
You're undefeated at
That's why we're going.
That's not true. It's Saints game.
Oh, the States. That's right.
And hold on. Carlin wasn't there. So
I was not there.
Does that mean Carlin is this?
I've never lost at yesterday's.
Listen,
Carlin's the key to the whole thing. This is
finally.
We just discovered this.
So how about a tease? Can I tease the Eagles and the under?
Oh, Billy with the teasers.
He just
Billy,
can't
you
pick
can
a
do
game.
whatever you want. Josh, help him with the teaser thing. I mean, I'm trying to he's been winning, so he texts me all the winning tickets like he figured it out. I'm like, Billy, the teasers aren't the answer, but I know you like it. Yes. You can. I would tease it up and take the Eagles, but then you're crossing the zero, and all the rhombuses and the parallelograms will be very discouraged on you for doing the wrong thing. Just cash the ticket, Billy. I mean, I'm excited that Carlin's the key to the whole thing. I'm very excited about all this now.
And you know what? Coming from you, Dave, because obviously you're a professional what you do, but you're out there. But he's out there on you're basically on the West Coast. So
Yeah,
you're getting more of that type of. I guess you've seen the 49ers probably more than you've seen the Eagles. Would that be safe to say?
Oh, it's nonstop. I mean, listen, the Eagles, the 49ers were just here a couple weeks, second to last week of the season. They took over the whole city. And listen, they come in full force. When the 49ers played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, there was a real divide. It was like an East Coast, West Coast rap thing. Yeah. Oh, we had all West Coast Bay Area money in Vegas. We had a different number on the Super Bowl than the books did back east because they were getting all the Kansas City money back there. So it's a big difference. I mean, it's going to be a big difference in the Super Bowl. I mean, Philadelphia, Cincinnati's an East Coast Super Bowl out in the desert.
Yeah.
I don't know if the NFL wants that. I think the NFL wants an East Coast, West Coast thing in the desert. But the NFL
not getting it.
Get what they
so
want
you've got the Eagles and the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Eagles and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl exacta. My best result is Bengals and either team because I was on Joe Burrow a few weeks ago when the prices were 35-1, 25-1. So I got some big numbers. So selfishly, I want the Bengals to win, but I would love to see them play the Eagles. And Billy, I'll be at Radio Row the whole week. If you can get there, you're on the show. I promise you.
Thank you, Dave. Dave, we love you. You bring it, and you're making us feel good today. We love you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Will we?
Always.
We're talking about the Super Bowl
I'll wake
next
you up.
week.
I'll be texting you like 11 or 10:29. You up yet?
7:29.
Every single week.
There he is.
The
Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan.
See you, buddy.
See you, Dave.
Hey, boys.
All right, the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan is sponsored by Dino Subs and Pizza Margate, keeping you coming back for more since 1964, located at 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate, 609-822-6602. I want to remind people the first hour of Locker Room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private parties at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin on 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow, it's the championship round of the NFL playoffs as we bring you a special doubleheader. Hi, this is Scott Graham. First, the top two seeds in the NFC square off when the Eagles host the 49ers. Then, it's the Chiefs and the Bengals in the AFC title game for the second straight year. Who will advance to Super Bowl 57 in Arizona? Tune in to find out. Hear the playoff picture unfold right here.
Listen to the championship round of the NFL playoffs this Sunday, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Did you know you could be driving in a pile of cash, like right now? Bumper makes it easy to know what your car is worth. The used car market is hot right now. Bumper.com could be your opportunity to make some bank. Bumper.com lets you know what your car is worth based on your car's specific details. So whether you're selling or just want to know, Bumper makes it easy. Know what your car is worth. Just go to Bumper.com.
For buying and beyond, Bumper.com.
Bumper reports are based upon data available. Bumper may not have the complete historical records of every vehicle.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Corvette.
It's back! By popular demand, Bennett Chevrolet has brought back GM supplier employee pricing for everyone. That's right. Get to Bennett now. Pick out your new Chevy, and you'll pay what our supplier employees pay, and not one penny more. This is truly amazing because other dealers are still charging MSRP or more. But Bennett isn't like most dealers. We've got GM supplier employee pricing for everyone on your new Chevy. Think about how much you'll save with Bennett when you pay GM supplier employee pricing compared to the other dealers charging MSRP and above. Plus, with rates as low as 2.99%, you'll save even more. And we're still paying record prices for trades towards any pre-owned in stock. Right now, get a minimum $7,000, even if your trade is total junk. Yes, at least $7,000. Imagine how much we'll pay for a trade that actually runs. And wait till you deal with our non-commissioned sales team. They're paid based on your satisfaction satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we got a couple of minutes left here as we broadcast live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. A couple of minutes left in the first hour. And I want to remind people we're going to be down at yesterday's Creekside Tavern at the Yard. Yesterday's for the Eagles pregame show. We're going to be giving away an Eagles Hassan Reddick jersey and an Eagles prize package. There's a lot of great stuff in that prize package. Courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures, the Eagles, they have the largest selection of Eagles team jerseys, clothing, hats, novelties in the tri-state area. You'll find the latest styles for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. Log on to fantreasures.com to shop from thousands of styles of team gear. Locate any one of their 12 Delaware Valley Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures locations. It's going to be fun down there.
But you have to be there live to win.
Got to be there to win. And Carlin, you're right. We're on the field. Well, we have one loss at yesterday. Is that correct? Carlin, right?
We have one loss. I wasn't there.
Carlin is not. The Eagles are not lost when Mike Carlin has been with Billy Schweim at yesterday's for a remote.
All right. Hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2, we'll talk to CoCo Vanderslice Lefkowitz, assistant coach of the girls' Ocean City basketball team. And at the bottom of the hour, we'll talk with Gary Cobb, former Eagles linebacker, purveyor of GCobb.com. So we're going to be bringing it for the next hour. Stay tuned with us. We got a lot of Eagles talk. We'll talk a little Sixers as they've won 8 of their last 10 games to get ready to play Denver tonight. It's The Locker with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism, Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the family fun walk, followed by a huge after party. Join us in huge heated tents where they'll have great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the award ceremony. The party is not just for runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to purveyor.runwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 18th at JFK and the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon.
Any day you can do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. Plus, get the best price for 2 lines of unlimited, saving you 45% over Verizon. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Learn more, or now through March 21st, get started for $30 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile for 2 full years with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Xfinity Internet required. Compares 2 Xfinity Mobile Unlimited intro lines and 2 Verizon 5G Welcome Unlimited lines. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Data thresholds and actual speeds may vary.
Morning, beautiful.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah, it was. The party really started after you won pick 3.
Hey, Sissy, I just sent you pics from last night.
Oh, there's you riding a donkey.
With Pick 3 from the New Jersey Lottery, celebrations are getting bigger because more winning tickets earn bigger prizes.
Let's return the donkey.
Oh, we can't keep them?
Now, winning $1 straight wagers are guaranteed a $500 prize. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the radio home for Eagles playoff football with the legendary voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese and Mike Quick, calling all the play-by-play action.
Here comes the rush. They've got him. Sack number 1. Hassan Reddick.
Wow. Philadelphia Eagles football on 97.3 ESPN is brought to you by
the D'Amato Law Firm, the Piccalilli Inn, First Bank of Sea Isle, EMT Solar and Roofing,
Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union, Jenkins Plumbing and Heating, GMS Law, Cape Regional Health System, Sun Valley Pool, BMW of Atlantic City, Boardwalk Honda, and Clark's Moving and Storage.
This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
A town square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
He is hit. He stumbles. He's down.
WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City.
Red 83. Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein. To victory, fly, Eagles fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3, hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-T-L-E-S, Eagles!
All right, we're back here in the locker room, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio. It's NFC AFC Championship weekend, and we're going to get you pumped up as we get ready for the big game, Carlin.
Let's go, Birds. Let's go.
Mike Carlin's in the house. Josh Henning producing. Andrew Leeds, the producer, handing me all kind of great stats. We're getting all riled up. But Carlin, there's a lot of great
we got
basketball in our area
yes,
today.
We do. Not just all pros.
All right, let's go. So we got a great guest to talk about what's going on in Ocean City. We've got the Ocean City. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the assistant girls basketball coach, CoCo Vanderslice Lefkowitz, into the locker room.
CoCo's in the house.
Yes. Hello, Billy. Hey, Mike. What's up? Yes, there's basketball happening down the shore.
Well,
yes.
It's January, February, and, as we head towards the tournament, man, basketball really gets the spotlight, especially after when the Super Bowl, it's all basketball. But right now, our attention span is in two places.
You have our attention right now, CoCo. Are you ready? You ready to fire?
I'm ready, but I got to tell you, in our family, all my nephews, my kids are Jets fans because I married a New Yorker, but I bleed green.
There you go.
And Jets.
Oh,
I bleed green.
We're off to a good start.
Eagles and Jets.
Go Eagles, fly.
My nephews and nieces, everybody, we're all in Eagles. They don't even know we're playing basketball. They're just Eagles, Eagles, Eagles.
Now, CoCo, I got to ask you a question because we had Stephanie on the show. She made it clear that Harry knows his role. Does he still know his role in the Vanderslice house?
Oh, my God. You are so right about that. And it's so funny. H-Bomb knows his role, and I know my role. I always knew my role. Stephanie was the shooter, and I was the defender. I was 100. Listen, the Eagles would not be my friends. They're all offense. I'm all defense.
So, CoCo, let's get right to it. I was really excited to have you on because, being in the basketball world as I was for a long time and a coach, head coach, all that kind of thing, I think the assistant coaches just don't get their just due. And the normal person that goes to a game, they just see the assistant coaches sitting on the bench, this and that, and they don't really understand exactly what it takes to be an assistant coach. And when you think about the good coaches and the good programs that are out there, and it doesn't matter if it's high school, college, or the pros, and it doesn't matter if it's baseball, football, but you can pick the sport. whenever you have a great coach, they always say it's my assistant coaches, because talk about a little bit of what an assistant coach does that maybe the normal person doesn't know about breaking down film and scouting and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's a great observation, because you guys are ballers. Like, you're sports people through and through. And for me, I have watched Stephanie since I have been in, my whole life, obviously, but as a sports person in 5th grade, I feel like I was her first player. And I knew in 8th grade she wanted to be a coach, and I was her first person that she really worked with. And as an assistant coach, I was an assistant up in Ursuline for 5 years. I was an assistant at Manhattan College for a couple of years. And I would tell you the head coach has all the pressure, 100% of the pressure. So our job is to relieve some of that pressure by giving them information. What's the knowledge we can have to make us that much better when we step onto that court? And every game has become so analytical, but I still really feel the game. At the beginning of the game, you can have all your analytics. Stephanie scouts beyond belief. I think the thing that has changed our program this year for Ocean City is, we scout and rescout and watch film 3 times a day. The game we just played, the game we're about to play, the next game we're about to play. What are the other team's tendencies? What did we get away from that has been successful for us? And for Stephanie, she is a through and through detail person. Her whole life, it's details, details, details. So during the game, she has all those things in her mind of what's working, what's this. As an assistant, I feel like our job is to stay focused in certain areas. So my nephew Jackie is coaching. Emily Gillian is another assistant coach. She's more offense, and me and Jackie are more defense. And Stephanie leads with defense. So I feel like as an assistant, your role during the game is what player might need a break. What are you seeing tendency-wise that somebody might not? What we need energy-wise, what's going on? And just the little things to take a little bit of the pressure. Because when you're the head coach, you have all the pressure on you, and we're just trying to help in any way we can to create a little bit of giving us leverage.
Gotcha.
Like, what can we do to get us up there? And I think that's what the assistant does.
So I was looking at the just the other day, the top 20 in South Jersey, and think about where Ocean City has come from. The first 3 games you were 1-2. I was actually at the first game against Mainland, and I have to admit, Mainland just was a better team that night. They seemed more ready for that game. But right now, you look at the top 10. You got Paul VI is number 1. You got Mainland number 5. You guys are right there at number 10. But you guys, up until last night, you ran off 14 straight wins. You lost to Middle last night, but Middles can beat anybody. Mainland's only got 2 losses. One of them is to Middle. So Middle, it looks like it's going to be you guys, Middle, and Mainland. What's the big difference between the first game and then people that are going to go to tonight's game to see you play Mainland?
Well, I think whenever you have somebody new come in, it's learning a system. And I also think it's trusting that system. Philly knows this better than anybody. Trust the process. Remember that? Like with the Sixers, it was like Stephanie has a process. She's an unbelievably successful coach for all 38 years because she sticks to a system and she sees what her personnel is, and then she creates a system for them. And so I think that first game, the kids we weren't playing as a unit, as a team. There was a little bit more individual play. There was a little bit of panic when you go down a little bit. And there was a little bit of like, hey, wait, should we really go back to the system? And then we caught a second loss early to Wildwood Catholic in overtime, and we just pulled them in and said, listen, you're doing all the right things. Wildwood Catholic, we knew we had already made the turn. And as Stephanie always likes to say, and good coaches say, it's not the loss. It's what I'm seeing on the court. The wins will take care of themselves when you do all the things right. So against Mainland the first time, they have an unbelievably strong team. They have the Mazer sisters. They can really light it up, shoot it up, and get to the rim. They have this kid that's definitely a high D1, Casey Breton. She's their point guard, a big point guard, 5'8", 5'9" point guard. They have a kid, Stokes, that's on the inside. They're good at every position, and they're well coached. It's an Ocean City guy's son, Tuck Betson's son. Scott Betson's running things over there. He's done a great job. So I think the difference for us this time is we have confidence. We have trust in each other, and we're really a team. We were just becoming a team at the beginning of the year. This is a very different team for us right now.
And CoCo, that's what the Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni, he says he preaches team where it's togetherness, all for one and one for all.
And you know what's so funny? When I listen to Nick, the things I looked at, like I was thinking of Nick Sirianni and seeing like his fire, he believes in family. And the biggest thing that I know for me as a coach, and I've learned tremendously from Stephanie as a coach, my husband played college ball, all of the successes come when the coach thinks of you more as a family versus just a basketball team or a football team. And Nick Sirianni, the reason they're successful is because they bleed together, right? They hurt together. They pull each other up. You're only as good as the person on the end of the bench.
Absolutely.
I think your bench is sometimes some of your biggest success.
CoCo, you know what we have to watch out for, though? When I was there the other night, I noticed your brother, Harry. Okay. We can't get a bench technical because of Harry is sitting behind the bench. Because he's all over, Billy. He's all over the refs.
He needs to learn his role.
Yeah, his role is come watch the game and be quiet. No bench technicals.
I love it. We talked about this last night. We died because we said we have, my husband Bruce, who loves to watch, doesn't talk as much during the game. We have Frankie, who's very involved in knowing the coach's calls. Stephanie's husband. H-bomb is up there, but today the secret weapon is in town. The secret weapon.
You go to a game, Billy, and the referee comes down the court, and he literally will stop and say, "You got to stop these guys, or you're going to get bench technical because they're all over."
The last name Vanderslice is synonymous with basketball in South Jersey. All right, CoCo, we got to run. Thank you so much.
See you
Good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you again.
Okay, great guys. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. All right, there she is. CoCo Vanderslice Lefkowitz, assistant girls basketball coach at Ocean City High School on the Maserati of the Main Line. I want to remind people the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. And, of course, you know that if you want to, if you're going to get married, you want a nice, beautiful, picturesque place to get married. They do weddings extremely well. It's beautiful. They have an award-winning culinary banquet staff. They customize your menus. They seat up to 275 people. So book now for a wedding this summer or in the fall. Go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for me. All right, folks, I want to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over the Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar. It's got 18 big screen TVs, daily specials. They're open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night, dollar wing, $2.50 domestic drafts. Live music every Friday night. Book a private party. Give them a call, 609-628-2225. Dave Lavari's a great guy. Get down there and say hello to Dave for us. All right, when we return, we're going to talk with Chuck Thompson from yesterday's and get the inside scoop on all the festivities for tomorrow. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today, NBA Rivals Week continues on ESPN Radio.
Irving trying to get the foul call. He did. He chucked in a three.
First in Brooklyn, New York, Kyrie Irving and the Nets welcome Julius Randle and the Knicks. Then in Boston, Jason Tatum and the Celtics face LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN, your exclusive home for the NBA Finals. Coverage begins after Sixers basketball.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Corvette.
It's back! By popular demand, Bennett Chevrolet has brought back GM supplier employee pricing for everyone. That's right. Get to Bennett now. Pick out your new Chevy, and you'll pay what our supplier employees pay, and not one penny more. This is truly amazing, because other dealers are still charging MSRP or more. But Bennett isn't like most dealers. We've got GM supplier employee pricing for everyone on your new Chevy. Think about how much you'll save with Bennett when you pay GM supplier employee pricing compared to the other dealers charging MSRP and above. Plus, with rates as low as 2.99%, you'll save even more. And we're still paying record prices for trades towards any pre-owned in stock. Right now, get a minimum $7,000, even if your trade is total junk. Yes, at least $7,000. Imagine how much we'll pay for a trade that actually runs. And wait till you deal with our non-commissioned sales team. They're paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Now, tomorrow, man, I'm extremely excited, man, because this is home for us. Yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora, we were there all season long, and it's been a great year. Yesterday's has $3 Miller Lite drafts, $8 Miller Lite pitchers, of course, loads of specialty drinks. The food's great, but awesome. Tomorrow's going to be extra special, and we're going to go to the Maserati Mainline Sports Hotline and welcome in the general manager of yesterday's Creekside Tavern, the one and only Chuck Thompson. Good morning, Chuck.
What's up, boys? How are we?
Chuck, we're in a 3-point stand. We're ready to go, and especially because we're going to be at yesterday's tomorrow for our Eagles pregame show.
Guys, we're fired up. I want to make sure we're on a delay here. I'm so fired up, I'm worried about what I'm going to say.
Don't worry. Josh has got his finger on the 8-second button.
You can say what you want, buddy.
All right, Chuck, tell us.
How cool is this that we're getting ready to play football in almost February?
Yeah, right? How cool is that? And the weather. So, Chuck, you decided, you looked at the forecast. You say, look, we're going to have a tailgate party outside. Tell us what's going to be happening tomorrow at the yard.
Guys, we were so crowded last week. We decided to, double our occupancy, basically. We're going to get you boys out there bright and early tomorrow morning. We're going to have a flat top grill going. Chef TJ is going to be cooking burgers and dogs. And we're football, toss, cornhole. We're going to have it all. It's just going to be like being at the link.
Nice. I'll tell you what, I was at the link last week for the Eagles demolishing of the New York Football Giants, and that was fun. But I'm so excited because the atmosphere, and Mike Carlin, we saw it all year long. The atmosphere at yesterday's it's just like being at a tailgate party. It's like you're being at the game yourself. The enthusiasm. Now I know the Eagles have been winning, and that helps. But Chuck, man, the atmosphere at yesterday's has been second to none.
Yeah, absolutely. And something you guys didn't see because you were up at the game last week. I have a DJ that'll be starting at 1:00, getting everybody pumped up for the game, and then he'll play all the timeouts and commercial breaks, and he'll also be playing a lot of Fly Eagles Fly on touchdowns.
Good. And tomorrow, on top of all that, you got to be there to win. But tomorrow, we're giving away an Hassan Reddick official jersey. We're giving away a Eagles prize package courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures with the largest selection of Eagles team clothing, team jerseys, clothing, hats, novelties in the tri-state area. So where do you see these prizes, Chuck? And it's got to be there to win.
That's it. My best advice would be to get there early. We are almost sold out on tables, but plenty of standing room, plenty of bar seats. And like I said, we will have that patio heated and showing the game, full sound everywhere.
Now, Chuck, let's get your take on the game because this is number one defense against the second-ranked defense in the league. We have Jalen Hurts. They have Brock Purdy. I want to get your take. Give me a little of what Chuck Thompson at Yesterday's is thinking about this game tomorrow.
I think Brock Purdy's going to be scared for his life. He's going to be wishing he was back at Iowa State. He was holding the clipboard 6 weeks ago. Now he's coming into the most dangerous stadium in the league.
Hey, Chuck, what do you make about some 49ers fan climb this Rocky statue, put a 49ers jersey on Rocky? That's sacrilegious,
How'd
man.
that work out for the Vikings a couple years ago?
Yeah, right.
On the Art Museum steps.
Hey, Chuck Thompson, your specialty drinks. We have Cowboys tears. We have the Eagles green tea, and of course the Philly special. Those drinks, I mean, they're just you put together a good package. But the jumbo wings,
chicken sliders
are to die for.
Killer for me.
Yeah, we will have the speaking of those Eagles green tea, I will have the Jameson models will be on site with giveaways as well tomorrow.
And Josh has his Jameson shirt on right now.
All right, Chuck. I want a prediction from you. Give me a little insight and why you're thinking, how you're thinking, and give me a prediction.
So I was actually talking to my son about it this morning. He said, Dad, if they score 27, we win the game. So I'm going to go 27-13.
27-13. I love it. You know what? I think because
confidence.
Yeah, you know what though? I got to be honest with you. Sometimes games like these, when you think they're going to be like nail biters, like the line's 2.5, the over and unders, 40? Was it 48 or something? You think like every conventional wisdom suggests that it's going to be a close game, but I don't know. Not so fast. I think in the way you're thinking, Chuck. I think the Eagles are going to win this game pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I think we win the game, and the next locker room show will be live from Glendale, Arizona.
There we go.
Let's hope. All right, Chuck, we're looking forward to being at Yesterday's tomorrow in the yard for our pregame show, and, of course, catching all the action at Yesterday's Creekside Tavern and more for the NFC Championship game at 3 o'clock. Can't wait for it, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Like I said, get there early, get there often, and we're going to have a great day. Go Birds.
Go Birds. There he is, Chuck Thompson, the general manager at Yesterday's Creekside Tavern on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. All right, Carlin, I mean.
He's ready.
Look,
he's ready. The restaurant's ready.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's going to be a fun day there tomorrow.
Who on? So one stat that I think that if it does come down to a close game, which I don't think it is.
It breaks down to me again. We talked about earlier. To me, it all comes down to the quarterback. With this game,
here's
our quarterback versus their quarterback. Yeah. I think our quarterback is going to come in a lot more comfortable and a lot more experience. Those two things that pushes us over the top.
All right, who has the advantage in the kickers? Robbie Gould's pretty accurate. He's 29-29 this year, and
so we give it to him. We'll give him that.
If
he hasn't missed, if he hasn't missed,
okay. I mean, our kicker's just as good. I mean,
but he's missed. This guy hasn't.
He has missed.
So I'll give him that.
But he's made some big kicks.
But he's on the road now.
Yeah,
so he's on the road with the win.
Do you make anything of the teams coming east? This is Brock Purdy's first time starting on the East Coast.
And it's the first time they've been on the whole team's been on these since like September.
No, since the week 5 at Carolina. Week 5. So do you think that I'm not? I mean,
I do think it's a big deal. I never understood why, if a game like this, Josh,
he's only played 2 road games
as big as it is, and they always talk about going from west to east or east to, and again, why wouldn't you come out why do you wait till the day before? Why wouldn't you come out on practice Thursday, get on a plane, get out, and have 2 days to get settled, practice here, and then be ready for the game?
It's two competing opinions. I remember. So you guys may or may not remember, but a few years ago, on there was that documentary with Saban and Belichick. Right, they were just yucking up football for like an hour. It was like amazing. One of the things they talk about in that conversation was about preparation, about how you don't want to over prepare or show up somewhere too early. You don't want to show up and prepare too late. So it's this fine line of figuring out what is too early and too late.
So with that being said, what's harder, going east to west or west to east?
Definitely West to East because of the time difference.
West to East.
You lose 3 hours. Yeah.
Well,
So
I would say both are difficult though.
The last time I was talking to Jaws, I asked him this question.
Okay.
And he immediately jumped all over me and he said, Mike, players are a creature of habit. This is what they're used to.
Right.
Because you don't want to come in early. You don't want to be staying in a hotel for an extra day when you don't have to.
Right.
And listening to the radio and reading the newspaper. He goes, this is what they've done all year. They're not going to change it up. They come in the day before.
That was what Saban's bigger point was. His bigger point was that he's like, I don't want to take my guys and say, this is the way we've been doing it all year.
And then change.
And then one day be like, oh, we're going to show up a few days earlier just because.
And Brock Purdy's only played 2 away games. That's it. 2 away games.
He's
and they were in Seattle and Vegas. And half the crowd in Vegas was 49ers fans. You heard the sports book Consigliere?
Yeah,
he said almost half the crowd in that stadium was 49ers fans.
But
Josh.
see, that's why for me, I think the Purdy stuff, and I hate to be the sour grape and all this because I am that guy. I think the Brock Purdy stuff is overrated. I don't care about Purdy in this game. Here's what I care about. You mentioned that Raiders game.
Quarterback league, though.
I don't care. You know why? Because Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson, Jeff Hostetler, and Nick Foles have all won Super Bowls. None of them are going to the Hall of Fame. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. Fran Tarkenton got there, never won it. Here's what matters.
Kelly.
Here's what matters. The Raiders game you just mentioned, the 49ers had to come from behind and win in overtime, which tells me that the number 1 defense in the NFL has a vulnerability.
Absolutely.
And it was exposed
They're
by
20th against the pass.
Josh McDaniel exposed them. Okay. How many people have trashed Josh McDaniel and the Raiders this year? So to me, if Sirianni and Steichen and Brian Johnson, quarterback coach, do not use that game tape to beat the 49ers tomorrow, then they all should be crucified on radio on Monday.
Another thing, Carlin, that I want to run by, which I think is pretty significant.
Go ahead.
The 49ers are 12-1 since trading for McCaffrey. And he's the
Billy,
key.
I literally 10 seconds ago, I was thinking about
In
what
your
I
head.
wanted to talk to next. And I was going to say, think about the 2 teams that are here. Eagles, San Fran. We go out and get Brown. Look where we are. They go out and get McCaffrey. Look where they are. Just 2 players, 1 on each team. Look what it gets you.
Now, I know Josh is going to probably yell at me for this.
Okay.
But we have 2,000-yard receivers. We have 2 number 1 receivers on this team. And whatever you say about the statistics, I know Deebo Samuel didn't play the whole full season because of injury, but Brandon Ayuk, 1,015 yards in 18 games. Excuse me. So I'm sorry, in the 17 games. We have 2,000-yard receivers plus Dallas Goedert, who I give the advantage to Kittle to in the tight end, but by a slim margin. I wouldn't say it's like, wow, you know what I mean? They're 1 and 1A, if you will.
But those games,
who are the 3 best tight ends in the league?
Kittle, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller.
Yeah, they've got Waller from.
And then
Goddard.
And then Goddard, probably. I mean, you could make an argument for maybe 1 or 2 other guys, but I feel like those are the easiest 4.
Out.
Those are the 4 that stand out.
Our rush offense is ranked 5. Theirs is 8. We run the ball better than they do, but they haven't run it. They haven't run the ball against a defense like ours, Carlin.
And that's part of the problem.
Their offensive line is going to struggle against our defense.
And really quick, because we got to go to Gary Cobb coming up next, but don't forget, part of the 49ers stats are a little skewed because remember, they've been through 3 quarterbacks this year.
That's true.
They've had numerous injuries. George Kittle missed, I think it was 5 games. Deebo missed 3 or 4. So let's not get too carried away on the pure stat. Let's remember that when it comes down to this game, the players are on the field and they're all healthy. That's what makes it interesting.
I knew he was going to try to bring me down and bring me down.
I'm the voice of reason on this show.
All right, well, next coming up, we're going to talk with Gary Cobb, GCobb. And GCobb, man, he's like the insider. He knows what's going on.
Right.
He played on like four different teams. He played in the 3 different teams, Cowboys, Lions, and Eagles. So he knows football and is the purveyor of GCobb.com. We're going to talk to him on the other side. I want to remind people the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is a private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3 hour and 58-minute round. Now they're accepting social memberships are now available at $25.
$25.
That's great. The food is phenomenal in there.
That's the kind of place that you walk in, you're gonna want to be a member.
Part of the club.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So for more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. It's always a great day at Great Bay. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the Mainline, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the Mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the Mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800 or visit them online anytime at motml.com. And I know Michael Pileggi, he's ready for this game. He's a big Eagles fan. All right, when we return, we're going to talk with Gary Cobb. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the home for Eagles playoff football. The Eagles host the San Francisco 49ers tomorrow in the NFC Championship game.
The Philadelphia Eagles have reached the NFC Championship game.
Pre-game coverage starts at 2 p.m. with all the play-by-play action starting at 3 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Start the new year in a new ride from Bridgeton Chevrolet Buick GMC. Lease a new 2022 Buick Encore Sport Utility, $299 a month, or lease a new 2023 GMC Acadia Sport Utility, $339 a month, and make no payments for 90 days. Plus, get the BAM Advantage, 2 years of scheduled no-cost maintenance. Start the new year in a new ride from Bridgeton Chevrolet Buick GMC. Better get to Bridgeton. We are professional grade. 36-month leases with $2,500 down. See dealer for details.
Hey guys, are you afraid of taking off your shirt in public? Don't be embarrassed. Just say, I love Lyle back instead. With male breast reduction, many men develop a fullness in their chest as boys that persists and even worsens as they get older. This condition is called gynecomastia, and with simple liposuction, most cases can be effectively treated. Call 856-MAKEOVER today to schedule your time with Dr. Lyle M. Back. That's 856-MAKEOVER. Or visit ilovelyle.back.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Hi, we're back here, broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio. Now, Carlin, I'm a substitute teacher at Audubon High School, and I guess it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I wasn't able to stay, but Gary Cobb is doing the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And, he was talking
FCA.
and I wanted to get down there, but I wasn't able to do that. So now that we're hitting the NFC Championship game, I need somebody that's credible, and I wanted to talk to him about that. So let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the purveyor of GCobb.com, former Eagle linebacker, Gary Cobb. What's up, G?
How you doing?
Hey, G, I just missed you at Audubon about a month ago, a couple, 3-4 weeks ago.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, it's no, go ahead.
Oh, I had to go pick up my daughter, but when I found out you were there, I'm like, darn, I want to go see G-Cobb.
Well, I guess it's great to see me, but it's not about me right now. It's about those birds and what they're going to do tomorrow. Everybody, I mean, I can't go anywhere. People are just fired up about this game and the season they've had and everything. So it's an exciting time, and it's the kind of thing that people remember. You remember what happened in these type of games. People are, this is the thing everybody's saying. We got to wait a whole nother day. We got to wait another day. We're ready for this game. So this is one that people are really excited about because you got two outstanding teams getting ready to go head to head. So it's going to be definitely something that it's going to be a memorable game. I mean, people are going to remember exactly what happens and everything. And it's kind of amazing where I guess the Super Bowl in a way almost be an afterthought.
You're like anticlimactic.
You got to get by this one though, but you got to get by this one.
G-Cobb, this is what galvanizes a whole community. When a team, you saw what happened with the Phillies this year, and now we're right back at it with the Eagles, and this is a football town. And Gary Cobb can't even walk around without people like stopping and wanting to pick your brain about the Eagles. It's amazing.
Well, I go to the gym. I'm going over there. I'm trying to get a workout. Okay. I got the guys waiting by my locker. So once I sit down, boom. What what everybody does. They want to ask me what do you think? What do you think? They really don't want to know what I think. They want
to hear what they want to hear.
So I got to listen to them and they're going to tell me what they think. So everybody is the expert, and it's a lot of fun though because this is a game in which you really have the two best teams in the NFC are definitely the two teams that are playing. It's not even close. And clearly you got two teams that are on the verge of doing something kind of epic because these are some great teams. I mean, a lot of times you don't see teams this complete all the time, but you got two of them meeting in this situation, and I guess it's kind of akin to some of the Dallas and San Francisco battles where you had two teams that were world champion caliber teams, but only one team can go to the Super Bowl. The other team's got to go home.
You got that right. We're talking with former Eagles linebacker and the purveyor of GCobb.com, Gary Cobb. Now, the 49ers defense, you were a linebacker, so I'm going to ask you, Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, I mean, you're talking D'Amico Ryan's got these guys playing. They're flying around to the ball.
Well, they're great players. I mean, I think that as for the set of linebackers, their athleticism might be the best I've ever seen. The two linebackers who can run with wide receivers, step up in the middle of a hole and blast the running back. They can do it all. So they've got great people there. And then also you got that. And then, you got a Nick Bosa on the team. You're talking about some epic level of type players. But I think they've got some problems there at the cornerback position. I don't think they're that good. And so if the Eagles can get them in some man-to-man where they can block Bosa, then I think we could have some fireworks because I don't think they can cover the Eagles wide receivers. And that's why they live in a zone. The reason a coordinator wants to play zone all the time is because he doesn't trust people. He doesn't trust his corners. So they got a liability there. Everybody talks about how great this defense is. Yeah, because they have been like, you ever went out where you got a little brother and a big brother, and the big brother's always protecting the little brother? That's what's been happening. you know, and they've been able to kind of cover for the fact that their corners are not that good. I think you can beat them, but the thing you got to do is you got to block Bosa, and you got to get in a situation where they got to play man-to-man because they live in zone all the other time.
Gee, it's Michael on the other side of the ball. San Francisco, they let everybody know we're going to try to beat you over the middle, especially with Kittle. Being a former linebacker, how is this week a little different than normal weeks, knowing that the linebackers is going to be a big part of this game, stopping that over the middle? You there?
You there, G?
Hello?
Hello?
You guys still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
You there, G? We lost him.
That happens.
Try to get him back. You know, so listen, and he just said the 49ers secondary isn't that good. Well, they're not as good as our secondary.
Right.
But A.J. Brown torched them last year against the 49ers when he played at Tennessee. 11 receptions, 145 yards, 1 touchdown.
AJ's going to have a huge game tomorrow.
They're not going to be able to
I
stop
really do.
him.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, see, that's why you get GCobb on, because he'll tell you. G, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back here.
I'm sorry. I just alluded to last year, like what you just said. A.J. Brown last year when he was with the Titans, he played against the 49ers. He had 11 receptions for 145 yards and 1 touchdown. I think they won't be able to stop him.
Well, and see, that's my thing is everybody's hyping about how good the 49ers are and how great their defense is and everything. And then I look closely and we saw them get beat by Seattle. What's it? DK Metcalf took them to the cleaners, going deep. I think you can beat these guys. In fact, I think they can beat them like a drum, but you got to be able to get those cornerbacks one-on-one, see? And that means, you know, getting them in man-to-man, and you got to block. You got to block that defensive front. That means you got to block Bosa. But if you do that, I think you can get these guys. And the whole thing is, you know, can you do all these other things to get yourself in a position where you get them one-on-one? But they cannot cover the Eagles receivers. I'll tell you that. And like I said, that's why they live in, you know, that's why they live in a zone. You know, they're always in a zone defense because they don't trust those guys. They know they can't cover these guys man-to-man. So the whole thing is, can the Eagles get them in that situation?
I'll tell you what, listening to Gary Cobb, I'm getting so pumped up right now. I can't even.
He's ready.
You sound like you're ready to put the helmet pads on, G.
Well, you know what I had to do? I was looking at the tape. I'm looking at the tape. I said, you know, I got to stop this. I'm not playing. I'm going, you know. I said, you know what? I got to get away from this tape because I was just looking at tape. I'm going like, oh, man, they can get these guys. But, you know, they got a great team. I mean, you know, you got the great people on that defense and everything. And then offensively, you know, the Eagles have their work cut out with them. But, you know, the thing you got to do is you got to stop that run. If you let the run get going, then, boy, they start play action pass. And, you know, Kyle Shanahan probably maybe one of the best designers of play action passes, man. That son of a gun to have he'll have you pulling hair out of your head.
He's working out. Hey, G, let me ask
like going over there taking a swing at him.
Gee, let me ask you this question because you know, Howie Roseman, he put together a great team this year. He won Executive of the Year, and I think a well-deserved you know, award for him. 8 Pro Bowl players. I mean, I just think that this Eagles team is on their way, man.
Well, they are. You know, they really. I think the thing with the Eagles is I look at they're really not playing against the 49ers and these other teams. I think in a way they're kind of playing themselves because I think if they play at the level they're capable of, they will beat all these teams and they'll be, you know, we'll be doing the parade again.
Yeah,
I think they are the most talented because as good as the 49ers are, I think the Eagles are just they got even more than them. So that's what we're going to be eager to see what happens.
All right, G, can you give me a prediction before we let you go?
I tell you, I say 30-17. I think the Eagles are going to get that running game going. They're going to get those corners exposed, and they're going to take these boys to the cleaners.
I love it, GCobb. All right, listen, G, man, we really appreciate it, and let's go Birds.
All right. Hey, sounds good. I'll be in touch. All right.
I'll talk. There he is, former Eagles linebacker, the purveyor of GCobb.com, Gary Cobb on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the locker room at Blitz's Market with a discount your Eagles game day meal during the Eagles season. We've been doing it all year long, and it's the last opportunity. You get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the locker room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. And also, tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting live at yesterday's Creekside Tavern at the Yard, and we're going to be giving away a Hassan Reddick jersey and an Eagles prize package courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. They have the largest selection of Eagles team jerseys, clothing, hats, novelties in the tri-state area. You'll find the finest styles for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, 47 brand. Log on to fantreasures.com to shop for your favorite Eagles gear. And my good friend Johnny DiMaria hooked us up with that. All right, the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are Grady by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, or experience lively atmosphere in the pub. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, they got that new patio overlooking the first tee, but they got that outdoor fire. With the weather the way it is, get a game in and go hang out.
Make people change their shots when they see everybody looking at them.
Yeah, right. Get all nervous on that first hole. All right. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, Carlin, when we come back, we're going to wrap it up. How fast did this go? Woo. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, and the intern Andrew Leeds is here in The Locker Room on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball later today on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Here's Jordan for three. Shot near. It's good. George Niang puts in a timely three, and the 76ers go up 4.
It's Sixers Nuggets later today. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Corvette.
It's back! By popular demand, Bennett Chevrolet has brought back GM supplier employee pricing for everyone. That's right. Get to Bennett now. Pick out your new Chevy, and you'll pay what our supplier employees pay, and not one penny more. This is truly amazing, because other dealers are still charging MSRP or more. But Bennett isn't like most dealers. We've got GM supplier employee pricing for everyone on your new Chevy. Think about how much you'll save with Bennett when you pay GM supplier employee pricing compared to the other dealers charging MSRP and above. Plus, Plus, with rates as low as 2.99%, you'll save even more. And we're still paying record prices for trades towards any pre-owned in stock. Right now, get a minimum $7,000, even if your trade is total junk. Yes, at least $7,000. Imagine how much we'll pay for a trade that actually runs. And wait till you deal with our non-commissioned sales team. They're paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Did you know you could be driving in a pile of cash, like right now? Bumper makes it easy to know what your car is worth. The used car market is hot right now. Bumper.com could be your opportunity to make some bank. Bumper.com lets you know what your car is worth based on your car's specific details. So whether you're selling or just want to know, Bumper makes it easy. Know what your car is worth. Just go to Bumper.com.
For buying and beyond, Bumper.com.
Bumper reports are based upon data available. Bumper may not have the complete historical records of every vehicle.
At my age, I never dreamed I'd be dealing with opioid addiction.
I was pregnant and I couldn't stop.
Getting sidelined by an injury was bad, but the cravings were way worse.
Then I heard about 844-REACH-NJ.
They connected me to treatment and I had a healthy baby.
844-REACH-NJ was the call that made the difference.
Thank goodness I made the call.
So glad I made the call for both of us.
REACH-NJ. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, call 844-REACH-NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. The Locker Room, Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, the intern Andrew Leeds. And Josh Henning, we got some text messages. Hardly gave the show's flying by so fast. I hardly gave out the text message, but go ahead, read. We got a couple.
People are listening.
Yeah, we try to squeeze them in at 609-403-0973. Dan EHC says, my only concern is the Eagles have had games with turnovers and penalties this year. With that said, I think that was from a lack of focus. No excuse not to be focused in the biggest game of the year.
Plus, no Dark Barnett to make stupid penalties, right? I mean, this team is more focused this year, Josh, and that's a great text by Dan. And he's a great listener
every week,
and he's accurate. He says some really good things. But this team, this coaching staff has done a wonderful job. And how about Nick Sirianni getting passed over for Coach of the Year?
I don't think it's that big a deal.
Yeah, I don't think he cares either.
Do you think Dable should get it over him?
Dable turned around a dumpster fire, just like Peterson did in Jacksonville.
I like Peterson.
Coach of the year is.
What were we, 9-8 last year? Got waxed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Do the Eagles have the best roster in the NFL?
Right, I was going to say, are their players our players? No. So what's the next?
Dable won a playoff game with.
Yeah. All right.
Daniel Jones.
Shut up, Josh.
Deb texts in from Royersford.
Whoa, we're leaving the state.
Yeah, Deb says, my prediction is the Eagles win 20-16. I'm a longtime Eagles fan. I think that stats and predictions are cool, but nothing predicts if a team will be playing in harmony. Deb goes on to say that I think both teams are coming in hot, but the Eagles will still win because of the crowd and Jalen. X factors matter. The tipping point is Jalen makes plays happen even when things go wrong. Jalen will force the win. The Eagles are going to bring the energies from Deb and Roy.
Yeah, and I think Deb is right on. I mean,
Deb,
let's
great
face
job.
They haven't played against the quarterback like Jalen Hurts. Maybe the first game of the season, Chicago, right?
Yep.
By the way, I just got a text message from a Chris Rumpus. Okay, he's a big Eagles fan. He says I want to get your opinion on this real quick. He said the Eagles get no respect. And Josh and I kind of were talking about this during the break. Do you think the Eagles get enough respect nationally?
Depends on what show you're listening to.
Yeah, it matters.
You know, if you
Josh
listen,
is right on.
If you listen
collectively, Josh,
it's split.
Okay.
Because here's the problem: you go to a show like Get Up, everyone's picking the Eagles to win. You go to a show like on FS1, like I forget the name of the show, but no one's picking the Eagles. Right. You know, they hate the Eagles all year long. You go to one NFL Network show like Good Morning Football, it's split down the middle. You go to NFL Total Access at night, it's split down the middle. I think it just depends on who you're listening to, because some people really believe in the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, and other people, no matter what the Eagles do, they think the Eagles stink.
I think we get tied up with our local media. Right. I got a son that lives in Cincinnati. Okay. They're talking about this game.
Right.
They're talking about the Eagles. Okay. They're talking about the Eagles beating San Fran. Okay. Cleveland the same way. I think people from outside the country, you know, it's an Eagles. This is definitely going to be an Eagles San Francisco, but one over the other. I think that people are really pointing towards the Eagles.
I think if you're being honest, you know the Eagles have a great team.
Yeah.
But if you came into the season with doubts and dislike of the Eagles and their fans and Jalen Hurts, you will do whatever it takes to wave your flag and punch the air and say, I was right and you were wrong.
All right, Carlin, who do you think who's the Eagles' biggest performer? Who shines in an Eagles uniform tomorrow?
Hargrave.
Yep. Hargrave. Really?
Hargrave. Yeah.
How about you, Josh? One.
I mean,
obviously it's a team effort, but there's going to be a standout. There's going to be, say, like an MVP.
I'll give you an offense and defense.
Yeah, that's what I like.
So if Avonte Maddox is 85%, I think he might have a big game because he is what stirs that defense. He allows Slay, Bradbury, and everybody else to do what they do best, and he's a physical guy. On offense, I really think this might be a really big game for Devonta Smith.
I think so, too.
I don't think people realize that San Francisco has been gashed this year. And for all the talk about A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert and Jalen Hurts, this might be a 1st and 10 slant route to Devonta Smith 50-yard touchdown situation.
All right, Carlin, since you're not going to be, you're going to the game tomorrow.
I'll be up there tomorrow.
You're going to be up there tomorrow. So you want to give us your prediction right now?
Sure. 28-23 Eagles.
Mike Carlin, 23 Eagles. Josh, you're going to be out and about tomorrow. We're going to be at yesterday's. Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be on the other side of the state. I'll be in Vineland at Casey Ray's Sports Bar and Pub on Landis Avenue from 12 to 2 p.m. We'll have prize giveaways. We'll have drink specials. The Jameson is not just at yesterday. It's also at Casey's Sports Bar and Pub. We got Jameson specials just like yesterday's.
Don't forget, we'll be at yesterday's Creekside Tavern. The locker room with Billy Schwein will be at yesterday's Creekside Tavern at the Yard. We've got a Hassan Reddick Eagles jersey to give away and an Eagles prize package, but you got to be there to win.
Must be present to win.
Present, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures, Johnny D. Maria. Hey, Carlin, man.
Great day.
The show's done. I can't
Let's
believe
get to bed early tonight.
Everybody
wake up tomorrow and be
sleep.
ready.
Let's
be ready.
Sixers play at 3, so you have no reason to stay up late.
That's true, too. All right. I want to thank, of course, the Sportsbook Consigliere. I love him. Gary Cobb, CoCo Vanderslice Lefkowitz. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. We'll see you tomorrow at yesterday's. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and let's go Birds!
Go Birds!
Here's what you missed on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
The Niners are totally for real. This is the best team that the Eagles will have faced. This is the best defense that they will have faced all year. It's all about Jalen Hurts. Can he sustain himself in a game where the defense is the most ferocious that they have faced all season?
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.